Hi guys, welcome to HIIT Core Yoga. It's Wednesday. We're doing a total body conditioning workout tonight. We're going to start off with a yoga and a bit of stretching and then get into our workout. And that's going to be about 20-ish minutes long. And then we'll end in yoga and stretching. So tonight's workout is going to be 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 50. So we're going to do some exercises, and you can use some weights, some dumbbells if you have them. I'm just going light because I don't normally use weight for these types of exercises. There's a lot of cardio and I need to talk, so I'm just going to go really light. I'm going to probably use 3 or 5 pounds, but you can go heavy if you want. And if you're not used to doing exercises in bare feet, then I do recommend, if you are using heavier weight, then grab yourself some running shoes, and yeah, you can kind of do all the exercises with running shoes as well. Other than that, you just need your mat and water and maybe a sweat towel. So let's get started in child's resting pose. So you're bringing the knees wide and your big toes are touching and you're stretching forward and you're trying to rest that forehead on the mat and start to relax the shoulders as best as you can while taking deep breaths in and out through the nose. So we're just kind of relaxing the elbows, keeping them bent, staying a little bit loose. Feel free to make a little bit of movement from side to side as well, just to kind of help the body settle into the position. Notice where you feel tension or tightness in your body right now in child's pose, whether it's in your back or your shoulders, in your hips, and just kind of be mindful if you have any injuries or just extra tightness in your body, just to not overdo it and really listen to your body and take rest. Come to child's pose when you need to. So we'll lift up here and then walk over to the left side and just reach out an angle, bow the head towards the knee, keep the hips pulling back. And then lift up, and let's go over to the other side, bowing to the knee. Okay, come on back to center. Now bring the big palms to touch and then the forehead to the floor. Bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. Another deep breath in and out. And then release. Alright, so let's come on up into tabletop position. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Begin rounding the spine, cover to a cat arch. And then inhale, release the belly, lift your chin, chest forward, and pull the shoulders down and back. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, release the spine. Keep moving with your breath, inhaling, exhaling. Get the spine warmed up. Okay, move around circle motion. Pick a direction to move into. Start to bend into your elbows. Relax your head. Try not to hold your head up, and just kind of use your momentum here to kind of move around. Take those hips out and around circles. Engage the core a little bit more. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Try not to hold the breath. Okay, come back to center, and then we're just going to do walking bird dog. So right arm and left leg reach out, and then bring it down, and then switch left arm, right leg. down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Reach down. It's just to get the stretch and just kind of get your core a little more activated. Get your glutes activated. Warm up the body a little bit more. Test the balance out. One more on each side. And that. Okay, come back to center. Walk your hands forward, tuck toes under, and lift your hips. Come into downward facing dog. Walk it out, so bending into the right knee, then left knee. Drop the head so that it feels heavy, and keep reaching back into your legs. So push into your hands so you can pull those hips back and feel your belly almost want to pull to the tops of the thighs. And just letting your head be heavy, let it hang, feel the sides of the neck stretch out with the weight of your head. Okay, now forward and back from down dog to plank. So inhale, go forward, exhale, pull back. Inhale, rock forward, exhale, back. So if you want to, you can kind of speed it up a little bit more. Try to keep the legs, just kind of the knees locked. So legs engaged, core engaged. One more, inhale forward, exhale back. Walk your feet wide, then start to bend into your knees as you walk your hands back to your feet and come into a squat. And we're just gonna rock from side to side here. Hips a little bit warm. Okay, and then hands in front of you, and then lift your hips, drop your head, and then come back into a squat. Straighten legs, drop your head, come back into a squat. Straighten, back into a squat, straighten, and back into a squat. Walk forward, down dog, walk your feet together a little bit. Lift your right leg back, just kind of kick it back, bring it down. Left leg, kick it back, bring it down. Right leg, kick it back, bring it down. Left, kick it back, bring it down. Right, down and left, and down. Step forward to the hands. Top of the mat, forward fold with straight legs. All right, knees a little bit bent as you rise up. Let's come up to standing and lift the arms above the head. Exhale, release the arms down. Sweep up, lift up, exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale down. Inhale, lift up, exhale, hands to the heart, clasp your fingers, press down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take the hands back behind you, clasp. Pull the arms back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up, arms reach up. Exhale, clasp your hands and press down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, clasp behind you. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, arms up. One more, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and hold. Arms pulling back, head heavy, breathe, and come up all the way. Arms up, right arm down to the right side, left arm down to the left side, right arm overhead, right arm down, left arm overhead, left arm down, right arm overhead, other side, and other side. Reach up, both arms, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Hey, halfway lift, exhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back, drop your right knee to the ground, sweep your arms, crescent lunge, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose, lower through, chaturanga. chaturanga. Lift into up dog or cobra, come back into downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, left knee down. Lift your arms, inhale, exhale, step forward to the top. Inhale halfway, exhale fold, inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale, hands to floor, step left foot back, left knee down, arms reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps, right knee down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Step forward to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to plank pose. Lower through chaturanga. Up dog, cobra. Down dog. From here, we're just coming forward from down dog to upward facing dog. So flowing forward and keeping your arms straight, you're just dropping your hips and then lifting up. Tuck toes, pull back through the hips, strong through the legs. Roll forward, so lift your heels up nice and high. Keep your back rounded until you release and then pull the shoulders back. Tuck toes, engage, push back. One more time, roll forward and then pull back. All right, downward facing dog, rock side to side. Walk your feet wide. Walk your hands back to your feet. Come into a half squat here and drop your forearms onto your thighs. Lift your right arm up. Drop it down onto the other thigh. Lift your left arm up. Drop it down. Just staying in this half squat, reaching up, opening the shoulders. Open hips a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And last one. Down. Okay, stand up all the way. Reach up. Exhale, release. And begin twisting side to side. So feet a little bit wider than just hip distance apart. And then you are just twisting, hanging. Letting the shoulders go and letting the arms just kind of loosely move from side to side with your momentum. Shifting the weight left to right as you're doing this. Breathing. Get into more dynamic work, warm up here. So we're going to do some butt kickers and arm swings. So left over right and right over left. And you're just drawing your heel to your butt. Lungs open, inhale, inhale here, and then exhale, crossover. So crossing over that transition. Okay, and then as you're opening the arms too, you see I'm rotating my hands so that they're facing up towards the ceiling, and then I rotate facing the floor as I cross over. So getting a little bit of shoulder rotation in there as well. Okay, just keep moving. All right, so squatting, toe touch kick. And now, so coming down into a squat, and then reach out with the leg and reach with both hands. Come down, inhale down, exhale, kick. Don't worry if you don't touch your foot. You're just reaching, and you're not trying to go like that or anything. You're just lifting up, taking your arms forward. Mostly just getting into your hamstrings, getting that dynamic stretch into your hamstrings with that kick forward. Don't worry about trying to reach forward with your arms just to get a stretch in your spine. Getting that heart rate up as well. Okay, and then just hip rotation. So right knee up, out, and down. Up, out, down. And don't worry if you fall out, because it's a little bit tricky here and I'm going fast. You can go slow. So up, out, down. And that's just kind of waking up the outer hip here. Abductors, adductors. and then switch sides. Hold on to something if you want to as well, if you're feeling a little bit wobbly. All right, one more, 2, down. Okay, just to keep your active rest happening here. That could be swinging. You can just kind of walk from side to side, do some light jogging, running in place. We're gonna get into it. So tonight we're going 20-20, 20-20, 20-20, 50, and we are going to try and do a, so there's 10 seconds rest in between the 20s, and we're gonna try and hold through that 10-second rest. So I'm just gonna put it out there. If you want a rest, then take a rest, but I'm just gonna put it out there. We'll hold a 10-second rest, and then we'll get into a rep of some sort. We're gonna start with plie. So we're doing 3 sets of 3 different exercises per set, and we're going 2 rounds. And the second round will be a little bit different, but it'll mostly be the same. Starting with a plie squat. So legs wide and toes pointing out, and then so you could, this is plie squat. You can lift the heels the whole time and do a classic plie squat. You can grab weights if you are if you want to do the weight. So I got 3 pounds, and you can do that. You can do 2 pounds. Recommend just light. Don't try and push it here. We want to work the legs, but having those arms out with weights is going to work your shoulders a ton more, and it just it's going to be killer. So we're going to do that for 20 seconds, and then we're going to hold down low in the squat for 10 seconds, and then we're going to go back into the plie for another 20 seconds. Then our next exercise is going to be tricep dip. You can do this on the floor if you have a bench or blocks. I recommend just grab a couple blocks or a ledge of something, and just to prop up yourself. So tricep dips, dipping here. So knees can be bent. Try not to do this. So you're not doing a hip thrust or glute bridge, okay? You're just dropping your bum and using your arms to lift your body up straight, and straighten your arms, and then bend your arms. So just focus on that, bending your arms here and then straightening. This is where we're holding for 10 seconds, and then we're going back into the tricep dip reps, and then we're going to hold that the halfway position for another 10 seconds. And then for 50, all the 50s are going to be a type of burpee to get the cardio up, and a dynamic burpee. So the burpee tonight for this one is going to be a switch. So we're going a switch lunge. So we're going 1, 2, 3, and then this back leg is going to kick forward and then out to the side, step back into lunge, and then you're going 1, 2, 3. Now you're on the back, the other opposite back leg, kick forward, out to the side, step back. So you should end up always switching the legs. Go 1, 2, 3, kick it to the side. We got lots of practice to do, so let's get started with plie squat. And 10 seconds to get ready. I'm not going to use weight for this just because, yeah, I feel it's hard enough. And yeah, like I said, I need to talk for this. So getting ready. So just plie squat, coming down low and then lifting up high. So arms are just straight up from the shoulders. If it's too much, so some people may find just the arms out here is too much, you can have your hands back in here, okay? So that's the rest. So you can come down here for rest for 5, 4, 2, 1, and then back into the reps. So 20 seconds does go by fast, but when we don't get that break, then it's quite a bit more intense. I try to have the shoulders back. Ooh, okay, rest or hold. non-rest. And then we're getting right into those tricep dips in 3, 2, 1. So come down, grab your ledge, and then go for it. To make it harder, take your legs out in front of you. So that's putting a little bit more weight into your arms. And if you need to make it easier, okay. So we're right here, keeping your elbows bent, not touching your bum to the floor, just keeping those triceps kind of activated. Okay, and then go for it, into the reps again, down, and just really try to push down and get out of the shoulders. So you're really, when you're extending those arms, you're contracting all the muscle. Okay, pause, and that's either your rest or your hold. Youch. Burpees are next. Go for it. So 1, 2, 3, and then kick forward, out to the side, step back. 2, 3. Out to the side and back. You can do this, you can just do these quick steps and then kick and out. You don't have to do the hop. Hop switching, lunge hop switching is really intense for the cardio. Okay, that's it. That was the first set. Good job. So take water, not too much in between. And we'll get into the second one. So here's where, again, where you can use lunge. Or sorry, use weights. I'm just gonna demo with weights. So we're with the right leg for the first 20. We're stepping forward and back in a lunge. So you're stepping forward and then you're stepping back. Your left leg is not moving. It's gonna stay stationary and you're just doing back and forth. So you can either just use the weights or you can do, every time you step forward, you do a bicep curl, step back, do a bicep curl. Okay, and then we're doing the left leg next. And then if you would like, I'm just throwing it out there. When you step back, do a shoulder press, step forward, do a shoulder press. Okay, just to switch it up. I just have 5-pound weights here, but go ahead, go heavy if you want. If you're used to it, then by all means, it'll up your game for sure. And then for C, for the burpee, we are doing, so we're gonna jump back to the plank, to regular plank pose. We're gonna punch, so retract the left arm back, and then punch. Same thing on the right side, retract, punch, and then right knee in, left knee in, jump both feet in, and then jump up, and that's your burpee, and then you repeat that. So let's get started, 10 seconds to get ready. I'm going to do the bicep curls with the right leg stepping forward and back here. And go for it. So step back, do a curl. Step forward, do a curl. So just make sure that you're in proper alignment, that when you step forward, your front knee, or whatever front leg is first, is forward. Then you are, so I'm holding this, that your knee is not going over your ankle. So this is the hold, by the way, or you can rest. Okay, and then go again for round 2. Doing the same leg. We're gonna do the left leg after this next hold. Okay, holding again. So you're either holding or just shaking it out. shoulder press and left leg is next, and go. So stepping back, do a shoulder press, step forward. So it's with the left leg is stepping back and forward this time. And oh my goodness. Shaking up with 5. Okay, holding, so you can hold here in the press position or hold at weights at shoulder. And go. So definitely don't try to rush through it. You're trying to do as many reps as possible, but you're not trying to rush. You're holding now or resting. Burpee is next. 4, 3, 2, 1. Jumping back to plank, punch, punch, knee, knee, jump forward, jump up. So you can just step forward like this and reach up too. If you want to get that cardio up, then you're just trying to do as many reps as possible. We're at 6 seconds left. 2. That's it. Good job. That is set 2 done. We have one more set on for this round, and then we're going to repeat. So a whole new other 3 different exercises here. We're doing airplane flies and leg lifts. So weight if you want. These are 3 pounds. 2 pounds, I'd go light because we're flying. And balancing here. So balancing on the right leg. Your left leg, I'm just going to turn this way. Left leg is kicking back. You are dropping down, so leg down, arms down. And then when you lift your leg, your arms fly out at the same time, okay? So you end up looking like that. And you just want to keep lifting the legs and lifting the arms at the same time. If it's too much, then you can just do sort of half squat, keep your back straight and lift your chest forward, and just do regular flies if you want the arms. But I'd suggest just not even using the weights. If it's too much, then try the balance, because that's kind of what makes it really good. Opening your back, doing this at the same time. That's hard enough just with your hands. You can clench your fists, and that contracts your muscles in your forearms, and just even that contraction, holding that contraction for 20, well, it'll be 40 seconds per side. That's enough, and you'll feel it. So again, I'm just throwing the weights out there, and then you can decide. Our burpee will be walk down, push up, 2 pulsing and walk down, push up, and then you're going to walk back and do 2 star jumps or 2 star jacks. So yeah, sorry, you're at the back of the mat, you're walking down, push up, 1, 2, so you're just doing these low, you're not going right up and doing 2 full push-ups, you're just going pulse, pulse, and then extend. Jump or walk back to the back, do your star jump, or do your star jack. So a star jack is just you're down low, and then you open up like a star. So it's less explosive than just coming off and trying to catch yourself as you come down. We're doing 2 of those at a time. And then you walk down again and do your pulse, pulse, and repeat. 10 seconds to get ready. Let's get into it. Let's get on with it. I am going to demo with the weights for airplane fly. So right leg is lifting first. So you're lifting and straight. So if you're trying to down here and try to figure it out because you're using your weights, get rid of the weights. Don't worry about doing weights. Worry about the position first, and then holding here. That was the ding for the hold. The hold is just your airplane position, trying to hold that. 2, 1, and then go for it again. Same leg. Okay, 9 seconds. So you should feel this in your glutes and your low back. So this is a hold or your rest, okay? So holding on that left leg, right leg back. Okay, second side. Right away, get into it. Kind of regretting my decision to use the weights at this point because of how many flies are doing, but I'll drop them if it's too much. Okay, holding that airplane. That's the left leg back now. And holy moly. Trying to get that leg reaching back. And trying to keep that back straight at the same time. And trying to balance at the same time. Oh my goodness. Okay, holding. And burpees after this. All right. Okay, walking down, doing your push-ups. 1 pulse, come back, do your star jumps or your star jacks. And no time to rest in these ones. But if you do take a rest, that's awesome too. Gotta make it all levels all the time here. We already have 15 seconds left. All right, that's it. Okay, good job. That was round 1. And we got one more round to do. We're doing one more round plus a bonus ab one at the end. So just working your abs. So this one will go a lot faster since I'm not going to explain a lot more because it's going to be pretty much the same. We're doing a plie squat and then holding that squat. Again, if you want to try weights for this round, if you didn't for the first one, you can try it, go ahead. Instead of the tricep dips, we're going to do push-ups. That's the only, I think that's the only difference we have in this round. Push-ups, full push-ups, and then holding down low. So you can drop those knees, but holding with the elbows bent for the holds, if you're going to hold. Otherwise, take a rest. So that is that change. And then back to the switch legs. So 1, 2, 3, kick forward, kick out to the side, and then step back and switch legs. So let's get into it. Plie squat. 10 seconds to get ready. Weights or no weights. Maybe if you didn't lift your heels up for the first round, then maybe that's something you would try. Keep your heels lifted for the whole time. Or if you didn't try them at all and you just want to get into it, so heels come down and then heels lift as you straighten your legs. So you can try it like that as well. So whatever you want to. Okay, we're already at 2, 1. Now holding. So you're holding that low squat, or take a rest if you need it. Try to keep your knees out wide. The weight kind of balanced on the pinky toes of your feet. Go for it again. Wrap it out. Pull the shoulders back, reach out through your arms. Keep your chest lifted, relax shoulders, down and back. Just try to keep relaxing those shoulder blades really soft. 4, and you can be holding weights, holding now, and again you can hold, just not. Choose your own adventure tonight here. Okay, right into the push-ups from your toes or from your knees. Okay, holding. I have to drop my knees for the hold. I'm not going to survive. 2, 1. It's a really brutal way to burn your arms out, burn your biceps out. Holding or not, holding, resting. Burpees are next. 3, 2, switch leg burpee. So 1, 2, 3, kick forward, out to the side and back, switch. Should be on the opposite leg. Each time. 2. And then step back. 1, 2, 3. As long as you're counting in 3s, then you should end up on a different leg each time. 5 seconds. All right, that's it. Holy moly. Okay, first set done. 3 more sets to go, including that ab one at the end. And then we're done. So the lunges again, and weights if you want to, or not. Lunges right side, lunges left side, and then the burpee, punch, punch, plank, punch, punch, knee in, and then you jump forward and jump up. So, 10 seconds to get ready. I'm gonna use my 5-pound weights again. So I'm just kind of stepping in the middle of the mat so that I have enough space to step forward and back. So bicep curl, my left leg stays there, and I take a big step forward, do a bicep curl. You can just do this, holding the weight, just kind of doing those the entire time. If you're lifting heavy weight, then do that. Okay, holding your lunge, or you're taking your rest. 2, 1. Same leg, bicep curl as you lunge. Like I said, well, especially with the lunges, just kind of really making sure that you're in good alignment to protect your knees with the weights is a really good idea. So you're either here holding or resting, and then we're switching legs. 2, 1. So overhead press, step forward with the left leg, overhead press. Step back, overhead press. If you don't have any weights, then maybe you're just doing these lunges faster and getting more of a cardio out of it. So holding, and you can hold here. Okay, go. Definitely feel it with the added weight, because I'm not used to it. Holding. Burpees are next. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your weight. Okay, plank, punch, punch. Knee in, knee in. Jump forward, jump up. Try to keep core totally engaged for this plank while you kind of go through all the limbs. That's it. That's the end of that round or that set. Good job. Okay. So last cardio one, and then we got an ab one. So airplane flies. All right, 10 seconds to get ready. We're going to use, I'm gonna use those 3 pounds again. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm feeling okay right now. We'll see. 10 seconds to get ready, and we're lifting the right leg. So you're on your left leg, and right leg's coming back. Squeezing and lifting. Okay, and then you're holding. Seconds, same leg. Okay, holding. Oh my goodness. Whew. 4, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, switch legs. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop the weights. Okay, I know my limits. Dropping weights. My arms feel super light. Breathing. I just felt that it was going to really damage my form if I was going to continue with those weights. Maybe lighter weight, maybe 1 pound. Okay. Okay, we got 6 seconds. Okay, holding that last fly. Airplane, go to your happy place. 3, 2, burpee is next. Okay, so walking down to your burpee and do your push-ups. And then you're walking back and doing your star jumps or your star jacks. So 2 and 2. Seconds. All right, that's it. Good job. Okay, that was the end of the cardio round. We're gonna do an ab kind of burnout one. So get my heart rate down. I'm gonna take some water. Wipe my sweat away. Okay. Okay, so we are starting with a butterfly crunch. So it's gonna look like this. So you're on your back. Feet together, knees wide, hands behind your head. You are lifting your shoulders off the ground as your knees and your legs come towards you. So basically a double crunch. So down, this is the first position and then the second position. For the hold part, we're still going to continue with those isolating holds on the 10-second break, and that is going to be here. When you're here, you're contracting like crazy. Try to pull your rib cage down, pull your low back down, and just think of everything contracting. And then when we get back to the reps, then that's going to be, you'll feel it a lot more. So we're going to do two of those, and then we're going to do some low ab leg lifts. So arms just down by the sides for this one. So your legs are going to shoot out, pull back in, knees in, and then up. And then your hips pop off the ground, and then out. So out, and then up, and out, and then up. For the 10-second hold, you are trying to hold your hips just off the ground. So you can feel your tailbone on the ground, try to lift it up and try to hover there. With your head on the ground and arms are pressing down on the ground so that you can try and hold. And again, that should feel like your low abs are activating during that 10-second hold. If they're not, if you don't feel it, maybe you're more like, maybe your feet are more behind your head a little bit too much, or maybe you haven't lifted your hips up high enough. So you just want to kind of have your hips just a little bit off the ground, but reaching up. Think of your feet pushing up towards the ceiling to feel that activation. For the 50-second, we're just going to go dead bug straight through. So left knee bends, hand comes to the leg, and then the right leg and the right arm are straight, and then you're basically doing that the whole time. For more advanced, you can keep your head and your shoulders kind of lifted off the floor like I'm doing, or you can keep your head on the floor and do the same thing. Try to keep when your knee comes in, don't pull it in so much. You just really just need it, your knee above your hip. So you don't need it pulled in any more than that. So when your hand meets your knee, push those two together like crazy and then send it away. Okay, so that's, you kind of want this kind of push-pull to happen and your core to be activated during that kind of push-pull action. 10 seconds to get ready for the butterfly crunch. Okay, so double crunch basically. You're on your back, hands behind your head or at your ears. Okay, and then go for it. And just think of lifting your shoulders off the floor, pulling your elbows to your knees or your knees to your elbows. Breathe out as you're crunching. Okay, now hold and squeeze. I'm going to just stop talking here because it's too hard. Go for it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, kick, crunch. Holding, so that double leg lift is right away after this. And go. Double leg lift, straight legs, out, and then up. Arms, backs of arms firmly fixed on the floor to help you. If it's too much to shoot your legs out, you can keep your knees bent or just lift your legs a little bit more and then lift. So you may be here and here. Okay, now hold, hold, lifting your hips even a millimeter off the ground, hold and contract. Okay, go for it. Shoot out, shoot up. Meanwhile, just try to keep everything pulling down. Low back, fixed into the floor. Triceps, shoulders glued, head glued to the floor. Hold that. Whew. Squeeze and hold. All right, and we're at the, what are we doing? Oh yeah, the dead bug. Dead bug. Okay, right away. I was ready for a burpee there for a second. Conditioned for that. So maybe it's my body saying I don't want to do any more abs. Okay, we're almost done. We're like halfway. Keep lifting, keep driving those knees in, hand pressing to the knee. Oh. This is when time goes by slow. All right, that's it. Good job. Okay. All right, that's the end of the HIIT workout. We're gonna get into some yoga and cool down, shavasana right away here. Good job, everyone. So stick with me and just start to stretch it out. Stretch out at the end always feels amazing. Shavasana is going to feel amazing. Step to the top of the mat, reach up to the sky, and then just exhale, drop your arms. Okay, just starting with this, just to gently stretch those overworked abs and core from what we just did. Deep breaths in, exhale. Okay, now we'll put it back into it. We're going to reach up, fold forward. Take a little bit of a back bend, stretch everything out. Okay, at the top, grab onto your right wrist with your left hand and then take it over to the left side. Back to center, switch sides, grab onto your left wrist, lift and lean and breathe. Make sure you're breathing into it. And then come back to center and then open out wide, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, hands to the floor. Step your right foot back, drop your right knee to the floor. So lift your arms, just take crescent lunge and hold. Open to the right, so the left arm is forward and the right arm is back. Get into the hip a little bit more. Take your right hand to the back of the leg and then lean back. So that right arm or left arm over top, or look up at the ceiling. Just get a little more front body opening there. Now we're going to windmill the arms. So the right hand plants down, the left arm, right knee lifts up, and the left arm lifts up. So we're twisting to the left right now. And squeezing that back leg straight, right leg. Just try to hold and breathe. Keep that right leg really nice and active. Push out through the heel. Bring the left hand to the floor. Step back into plank pose, lower through. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Hold here a little bit longer and just enjoy that stretch in the backs of the legs, calves, hamstrings, backs of knees. Really reach those heels to the floor. Step your right foot forward, left knee to the front, lower, and then lift up with both arms. Let's open to the left. So reaching out through both arms, breathing. Left hand to the back of the leg. So right to the knee if you want to, and then you can turn and look up. Feels too wobbly, then you're just looking over your shoulder and getting a little bit of twist. Okay, with the arms here, we're switching the arms out so the left hand is going to plant down. Your left knee lifts off the ground and your right arm reaches up. And you're squeezing the left leg really straight. And try to activate that left leg. Bring your right hand to the floor. Step back, plank, lower third chaturanga. Into up dog. Look slowly over to the left shoulder, just over it. Back to center, and then look slowly over your right shoulder. And breathe. And then come back to center, and then tuck toes and lift your hips and stretch it out. Look forward at the hands and then step up to them. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Take your hands back onto your low back. And then just take a little bit of a standing back bend. Pull the elbows back. Breathing deep. Keep your hands on your low back and then tip all the way forward. Try to keep your elbows back. Drop your arms down now. Okay, and here so you can get a little bit deeper into your hamstrings here. You can hook your big toe or your peace sign fingers around your big toes and fold into it. You can bend into your knees to do this, by the way. You don't have to have locked out knees. And then you're eventually just you're trying to straighten the legs, add a little bit more kind of pulling back through the hips. And if you feel like this is really easy for you, then you're just trying to draw your head closer to your legs pretty much and separate your elbows. So think about your elbows pulling apart from each other and just keep your head dropping in the back of your neck, releasing. Your hips lifting upwards and then the weight coming more into your toes. So from here, take a halfway lift, and if you need to, let go of your toes, so just lifting and just get a little bit of stretch from your low back, and then release back into that stretch. Now you can grab onto your big toes again and do the same thing, or slide your palms underneath your feet, so your toes are at your wrists, and then you're holding here. And again, your knees can be bent for this. You don't have to be totally flexible to do this pose. Breathing into your back and breathing into your hamstrings here. All right, and then releasing from there. Okay, bring your hands onto your hips and then bend into your knees and then just slowly lift up from there, pressing through your legs. So from here, we're just trying to draw the shoulder blades down and back, pull the elbows back, and then lift your heart, and then release. Stepping to the top of the mat, sweep the arms up, inhale, exhale, forward fold, inhale halfway, exhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back, drop your right knee down, take your arms up, hands to your heart, inhale, then exhale, twist to your left. So your right elbow, come onto your left knee. So feel free to stay here in the low lunge position or straighten your right leg, get into a high lunge position, or open your arms. In another case, just make sure you're breathing, you're not holding your breath in the twist. Pretty easy to do because it's hard enough to breathe anyways. And then letting that twist go, nice and slowly. Taking your hands to the floor, step back into plank pose, a lower third chaturanga. Lift into up dog or cobra, and then come back into downward facing dog. Breathe it out here. Reach your heels back. Step your right foot forward, left knee down. Take your arms up, hands to your heart. Ready to twist over to the left side. So, right side, left elbow onto the right knee. And you're either staying here or you're lifting up higher. Try to draw your thumbs to your chest as best as you can here. So you can also open up your arms if you did on the other side. And get that shoulder open. Releasing out of the twist. Hands to the floor. Come back into plank pose, lower through, chaturanga. Do up dog or cobra, and then bring the belly onto the floor. And then from here, we're just going to do a little bit of what I call scorpion moves, kind of from the primal poses and workouts. We are lifting from your right leg, and you're bending into your knee, and you're just opening the hip and bringing it over to the left. And then you're doing the same on the other side, and you're just twisting the body. You're getting a little bit of help from your hands. So you can push up a little bit or push up this much to just help rotate your body. The lower your chest is to the floor, see if I'm here, I'm getting more rotation from the hip. And then, but if I am not flexible enough, then I need to lift up from here and just help myself get into that position to roll up. So I'm just kind of rolling, and I'm rolling over the quadricep muscles and the IT band, and I'm stretching the hip out and stretching the shoulders out as I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm just kind of showing you different levels, positioning. I can be, if you're flexible enough, then you're just down nice and low, chest onto the floor, and you're just trying to move from side to side, just getting into your hips. So working on hip mobility. Okay, and then from here, we are going to, I'm going to go over to the right side first. I'm just stretching the right arm out. I'm going to go onto the side and then bend into the left knee so I can catch the top of the foot. And then you can lay your head on your right bicep. You can bend into your bottom knee just to keep yourself stable. So you're basically doing a quad stretch, a sideline quad stretch. So you're stretching out through the quad, but you're also stretching out in that whole right side as well. So if you can't feel the stretch in your quad, just keep pulling the heel in towards your bum, pulling the knee back, rolling that right shoulder back, or sorry, the left shoulder back as well, and breathing into that stretch. Okay, we're going to go on the other side, so you can just let it go and then roll onto your belly and then go over to the other side. Head is resting on your bicep, grab onto your right top of the foot. You can reach down to your ankle as well. And you're just pulling that heel in and breathing into the stretch. Take another deep breath in. Okay, and then releasing out. Roll back onto your belly and then lifting up just into cobra pose, but we're going to roll the shoulders and then lift. Back down, roll the shoulders and then lift. Back down, then one more time. Roll and then lift, and just hold that. You can do the low cobra, you can go into up dog. Breathe into that stretch, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So go ahead, release, push up back into into tabletop pose, and then forearms down and begin moving around in a circle motion. Go both directions, counterclockwise and clockwise. Move your hips around. Breathe into your back, and then release. So walk up, spin the legs around, and yourself around. We're going to go right onto the back from here. So flipping right around. Rolling like a ball to get down onto your back. If it's too uncomfortable to put any weight on your tailbone, just go right into happy baby pose. Otherwise, tuck your chin in, roll back and forth along your spine from upper back to tailbone, or from low back to mid back, upper back if you want to. If you want to skip rolling on your tailbone. Massage it out. Try to keep kind of a C shape happening in your spine. And we'll come back into happy baby pose. We'll meet there. Grab onto the knees and take your knees wide. Grab onto your shins. You can grab onto your feet. So side to side motion from here. Bring left and right. Breathing it out. Kind of flatten that back onto the floor. So now it's all about kind of cooling down and really settling into it and telling your body to release and relax. Long, smooth, deep breaths out through the mouth or out through the nose. Okay, back to center here. Grab onto your right knee and extend your left leg out onto the floor. Squeeze that right knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Pull right into your chest. Breathe at the same time you're pulling your low back down. Okay, release that squeeze. Take your right knee above your hip and guide it over to the left. Try to bring it right down, maybe touching the floor, maybe it's just hovering above the floor. You can place your left hand on that knee just to help add a little bit of weight. You should feel the stretch into your low back, your IT, into your hip, into your glute. That right arm stretching out to the side, straight up from the shoulder, or angled down or angled up, depending on where you need it. So sweep around and hunt around to see where you can feel the any kind of tension or strain in your shoulder. Anything that needs to be stretched out, and just kind of move it out, work it out, breathe it out as well. So make sure that if you feel like you are in a really intense position, say if it's just more in your shoulder, then maybe you just need to hold that position and focus on your breath. Maybe you don't need to move so much. But sometimes kind of moving around tight muscle or bone kind of helps release maybe pinched nerve, kind of depending on your injury or your discomfort, the nature of it anyways. So taking another 3 to 5 breaths, long deep breaths here. And then just slowly releasing out of that twist. So bring yourself back to center. Give yourself a big hug. Wrap up and squeeze. Squeeze yourself in. Breathe deep. Let go. Switch sides. Hold onto your left knee and extend your right leg. And the tailbone dropping down, low back dropping down, and breathe into that. Make sure it's a really good squeeze, and then let it go. So knee just above your hip, and guide it over to your right side. That left knee over to the left knee over to the right side. The left arm reaching out to the left, and same thing that you did on the other side. Kind of hunting around, changing the angle of your arm up or down, just to see where you can feel. Just seeing what you can feel, yes? All about bringing body awareness and kind of learning how to breathe in uncomfortable positions as well. That's a huge part of it. Putting yourself in uncomfortable position, but breathing normally. That's a pretty good lesson. can translate to that to when you're in your car, when you're going shopping, all sorts of ways you can transfer that skill. So you can rock your head from side to side as well. Check in with your jaw. Check in with muscles around your face. Maybe there's some unconscious tension you're holding in your eyes right now. So in your jaw, in your shoulders. You want to check in with that tension, see if you can consciously release it, and if not, then shift your tension from it and come back to it when you are ready. So we're going to release out of that and come back to center. Give yourself a hug. Pull the knees in. Let it go. Go to windshield wipers, and then we'll work our way down to shavasana. From here we just kind of doing the twists, kind of loosening up through the hips even more, and just getting the breath going. So from here it's a good way to just kind of take those deep breaths in, and then as your body is making a twist position, then that's a good position to exhale. So think about inhaling, knees up, and then exhaling, knees over. So you can do that nice and slow. Just think of that yourself as kind of wringing the air out of your body. Okay, and then slowly moving into shavasana from here. Just straighten the legs one at a time. Feel free to just keep your knees bent for the duration, especially if your low back, if you're straightening your legs and your low back just feels like it's lifting and it's uncomfortable, then keep your knees bent, and that'll just help put your pelvis in a neutral position and just kind of just lets your body relax a little bit more before you straighten the legs. You can also put a bolster underneath your knees if you're used to doing that. Cover up if you would like to, and minimize any kind of distraction you might feel. So begin to close or relax your eyes where you're at, and take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill the lungs, fill the belly, huge breath in, and then a long, smooth, deep breath out through the mouth. Some sound into that breath, a long exhale. Make sure you're exhaling all the air out, completely emptying and feeling that low back drop a little bit closer to the floor with that exhale. So you can do that a couple more times, just taking a deep breath in and a simple deep breath out. And that could be up through the mouth or out through the nose. And with that exhale, you just want to check in with your position. Each exhale, you're just kind of checking in, thinking, oh yeah, my shoulders they can be dropped down a little bit more. Maybe you can pick up your arms, release them back down. Check back in with your knees, your feet kind of opened up to the side. So I'm getting into the most comfortable position possible for you so that you can be still and just kind of leave your body behind for the next few moments. Because right now we just want to focus on your breath and just your breath. So the sound of it, temperature of the air moving in and out, and also just the feeling of your breath. So where you feel the breath in your body, continue trying to breathe deep, but not with a lot of effort. So I'm trying to keep it a little more normal as well, normalizing the breath so that you can just concentrate on smooth inhales coming in and out. What you do want to do is just make those exhales a little bit longer by a couple seconds than your inhales. And start with the counting breath, the count in at a count 5, and the exhale is at a count 7. And that's measured in seconds. And then you can work your way up to 6 and 8, and 7 and 9. And that heart rate, slow right down. Continue relaxing throughout the face. The eyelids feel heavy. The muscles of the eyes completely relax. Check back in with your jaw, relaxing your mouth and the tongue in your mouth. Soften the sides of your neck and throat, your collarbones, your chest, and your abdomen. So just slowly beginning to reawaken through the body, and just kind of easing into a bit of movement from here. Bringing the breath back in a little bit deeper, so feeling the sides of your ribs stretch out and pull in, feeling your chest lift and fall, and maybe even feeling your low back lift off the mat and drop back down. You're slowly reawakening by moving the fingers and toes around, rocking the head from side to side, yawning, stretching the tongue out in lion's breath stretch, and adding on, just kind of moving intuitively here. Really good opportunity to stretch the shoulders with those arms overhead as you're laying flat on the floor. It's really simple stretch, palms facing up towards the ceiling and just stretching long in the sides of your body. Breathing into that stretch, maybe bending your knees and going back to windshield wipers, nice and slowly, getting the spine a little more activated. So rolling or rocking over onto your right side, and then when you're ready, making your way to seated, finishing up maybe with some neck rolls if that feels good, maybe just sitting quietly and moving into more of a meditation if that's what you'd like. Otherwise, namaste and thanks for joining me. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this workout. Share this video if you like it. And yeah, all these videos are going to be uploaded to YouTube. So I have several videos already on there that you can watch at your convenience. I'm Melissa Shippey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week or on Monday for Vinyasa Flow Yoga. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye.